Shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I know. What's going on, people? I'm Kamisi.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're Drums and Flats, aka the Chicken Wing Kings.
That's right. So this year we've partnered up with the NFL to bring you a recipe that you can make at home just in time for the upcoming Super Bowl.
And we're giving you one of our classics. This is a Drums and Flats special. We're talking about our lemon pepper wings. I'm going to give you 2 ways you can serve these up and take your wings to the next level.
We're just going to go through some of the ingredients that you're going to need at home.
So we're going to start with the star of the show, and that's the chicken wings cut into drums and flats.
We've got a mixture of plain flour and corn flour.
Our very own drums and flats chicken seasoning.
A dry lemon pepper rub.
Fresh lemons.
Got some ginger and a couple of shallots as well.
A few spring onions for garnish.
Some scotch bonnets for a bit of spice and some rock salt. Some unsalted butter.
And our very own drums and flats banging buffalo sauce.
Some maple syrup. And also some oil, which you're gonna need to fry the wings. So here we've got our unseasoned raw chicken wings. This is the drums and flat seasoning that we spoke about earlier. And kind of make sure that all of the wings are covered. We don't want no dry food. And then use your hands, get in there. Make sure all of the wings get a good coating of seasoning. So now I've done that, I'm gonna pass it over to Kamisi, who's gonna flour them up. There you go, brother.
Nice one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some of this flour and corn flour mixture to cover all of the wings before we fry it. A nice even coating of flour and corn flour over each wing, just to make sure that when they fry, they come out on point. Just add a little bit of flour at a time. So when this fries, it's gonna be perfect, nice and crispy, just what you want for a portion of lemon pepper wings.
Filled up the pan about halfway full of oil. Kamisi, pass me the wings, please. A little test just to see if the oil was hot enough. You can sprinkle a little bit of flour in, and as you can see, it's starting to sizzle, which means we're good to go. So just a word of warning, when you're handling hot oil, obviously try and be careful. You place the wings in one by one. Cool. So whilst I'm waiting for these to fry, Kamisi's just going to get on with some of the garnish.
So your garnish is prepped and ready. So next up is your shallots. So we're gonna dice these up and we're gonna fry them off in a little bit of butter.
Okay, so these have been frying for maybe 6 or 7 minutes. And they've kind of got that nice golden brown colour that we're looking for. So I'm going to take these out and just drain them off.
I'm going to take our butter, already been cut up. We're going to melt this down and throw in our shallots. So we're going to add our butter like this. Melt down a bit. So we've added in our shallots to the butter. We've also thrown in ginger that Dan diced up earlier. We put a nice scotch bonnet in there because at drums and flats, we're doing wings, we've got to have a little bit of fire. As well as our shallots, our ginger, and our scotch bonnet. We've also put half of lemon juice in here that we had from earlier when we was prepping our garnish, as well as a little of our salt and pepper dry rub. And now we're going to add the last ingredient, some good old maple syrup, just to give it a bit of sweet. And then this is going to be ready for us to pour over our finished wings.
So we've actually split our fried wings into 2 separate bowls. Like we said earlier, we've got 2 different versions we're going to show you. So the first step is to add some of the butter mixture that Kamisi's just made. So I'm going to add some to each of these bowls with the fried wings. And feel free just to add as much or as little as you want. It's all up to your taste, really.
So next up, we've got some fresh lemon juice here. So we're going to just add that to both batches. Nice bit of lemon juice. Again, as Dan said, man, it's all about your preference, but we're making lemon pepper wings. We want to have a nice amount of lemon juice in both.
Finally, we're just going to add some of lemon pepper dry rub. So a nice liberal sprinkling of lemon pepper rub. And do the same over here. And then now the fun bit, we just get to coat the wings.
Now, if you're not quite a pro, pair of tongs and you just mix it around.
Smells good. All right, and for those of you watching, you can tell us which one you think is better, or we know which one is better.
Slightly mama's is better though.
Nah, the viewers can decide.
Yeah, alright, cool. Dan's mixture, and we're gonna keep that as purely just our traditional lemon pepper mixture. For this batch, we're gonna add a little bit of our banging buffalo sauce. If you're gonna add some buffalo sauce, it's gonna give it a nice kick. Add just a little bit of buffalo sauce to the wings. Most buffalo sauces, they've got quite a strong taste already. It's gonna complement the lemon really well. So in our opinion, you don't need too much, but if you're feeling a bit naughty, throw in a bit more buffalo sauce.
So the fun bit, plate up the food.
So we did who coated them best, we'll see who can plate them best now.
Let's see.
So I guess you can tell whose house you want to come around to when you have your Super Bowl party.
Yeah. So this is nice and inviting, welcoming. Everyone can just come in, tuck in, and get involved.
And this is nice and impressive, and if people want to come around, they're going to take pictures, they're going to tag you in there.
True.
Final touches now.
Right, so we're just going to finish with the garnish. Gonna just do one last little sprinkle of the lemon pepper rub.
Give me a little sprinkle as well, please, mate.
Man, I would never, ever forget you, man.
Yep, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
There you go, bro.
Alright, sweet. So now I'm going to add a little bit of these spring onions, so we can just dress these
Nice.
on the plate, whatever you like.
So we could just take a couple of lemon wedges each.
So you got wings, you got drums and flats, you got the Super Bowl, you're sorted.
What more do you need? Okay, so follow us at Drums and Flats and make sure to follow at NFL UK. Make sure to tag us in your pictures when you're making a recipe at home because it'll be sick to see what you guys come up with come Super Bowl weekend. Peace out.
I'm not gonna lie, I just want to tuck into these.